Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be going over my July purchases and empties. So I'll be going over everything that I purchased in the month of July, as well as everything that I finished and my thoughts on them. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet. I would love it if you stuck around. But with all that, let's just get started. All right, so we may as well call this video a haul video because my purchases versus my empties are pretty unequal, but that's okay. I normally like to split this video into 3 parts. So part 1 are any purchases that came to me in the month of July that I didn't actually purchase in July. The majority of things that I purchase are online purchases. So maybe I purchased something in May. It didn't get to me until July. Sometimes I send things to family in the States because it ends up being a little bit more cost effective for me, and then family brings it over when they come to visit. So it's anything that kind of falls into that category. The second part of this video is my actual empties, everything that I finished in the month of this month, July. And then the third part would be any purchases that I physically made in that month. So the thing is, part 1 is long. Part 2 and 3 are going to be quite short. I did have my mom recently go to Arizona and she brought me back all the things that I've purchased in the last 6 months or so. So that's why this part's going to be pretty substantial and pretty much a haul video. I mean, it is what it is. Some months I have more empties. Some months I have no empties. I mean, it's roll of the dice. So let's go over everything that pretty much my mom brought over for me from Arizona. Things, usually indie brands, are just more cost effective. I don't have to pay customs on them because if they're American owned indie brands, then there's no customs. But if I ship them over to Europe, which is where I live, then I have to pay fees on top of that. And it adds like 50%, 75% of the cost on top of that if you include shipping. That's why I do it. I don't mind waiting sometimes for some things if it costs me a little bit less. So let's just get started. I don't have this separated out. We'll start with this one. I finally purchased my first palette from Cosmetica. This is the Cradled in Ice palette. I have not used this yet. I haven't used any of these yet, to be quite honest, because I was out of town for the past 2 weeks and I've just gotten back. So I'm excited to dip into all of these. But I finally bit the bullet for Cosmetica. I've been waiting and waiting for something to call out to me. I did like this palette when it released. I just never kind of got around to purchasing it. And then I heard that they were going to discontinue this palette. So I decided to finally bite the bullet and purchase it. Had some covers on it, so let me remove those. I'm very excited. I would also like to get the Harvest of Souls palette, but I don't know. Right now, looking at this pile, you'll see in a second, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed / satisfied with the amount of new things that I have to try and test out. So this was one thing. Another kind of just one-off, because I have some things from multiple brands here, is the Adept Cosmetics. This is the Unity palette. And quite honestly, I didn't need this palette. I mean, I didn't need any of these palettes, but I specifically didn't need this one. I only purchased it because it was like $18. It was already on sale, and then it was another 50% off. So yeah, I paid $18.50 for this. I will have it linked down below if they still have it on their website. If not, then it already sold out. They were discontinuing this, and I thought it was pretty enough to get. I do love these like desaturated tones. If it was really a color story, I would have disliked. I wouldn't have picked it up even for the $18, but I liked this enough that I thought it was pretty. I really want that Minka palette though. Really want that Minka palette. That's going to have to wait. But I did pick up this palette, and I'm also excited to see how it turns out. I really love this packaging. It's very millennial to me, but I love it. Then after that, I placed a few pretty large orders with some of my favorite brands. So let's do Bella Beaute Bar first. I told you guys in a Will I Buy It, I was going to buy the Green Goddess palette. I absolutely did. This is probably the most, like the palette that I'm most excited to use out of everything I'm going to talk about today. And it's even more beautiful in person. I'm going to take the little things off again. I love this so much. This is pretty much almost a perfect palette for me. I really have no faults as long as the formula is the same great Bella Beaute bar formula that I know and love. I will absolutely be in love with this palette. This was even a palette that my sister, who's not really into makeup, was pretty impressed by. Like, she really liked this palette as well. So I'm very excited to play around with this. And then the second palette that I purchased was the Smokey Glam. I had been wanting the older version of this palette since it came out, but it was so big, so bulky. I knew I was going to hate how big it was. So when they finally revamped it, I was all over it. And, oh gosh, our little shade savers are coming off. There goes my dog as normal. Wouldn't be a video without her barking. So here's what this one looks like. They basically took all the best parts of the Smokey Glam and just condensed it down. I am so excited to use this one. Not as much as the Green Goddess because it's just a little bit more grungy, summery. Like, this is a little bit more, you know, there's a lot more palettes with this kind of color story, not as great of a formula like Bella Beaute bar, but I feel like Green Goddess is a little bit more unique. I would really love to purchase the Secret Garden palette from Bella Beaute bar, as well as the Unoriginal Nudes that just came out. That launched after I had made my purchase with this, so that's why it's not in this haul today. But I do plan on picking up the Unoriginal Nudes and maybe the Secret Garden. We'll just wait and see. I do have an affiliate code with Bella Beaute bar. I don't have too many affiliate codes, but I do have one with them, and it's Melissa if you want to save money from their website. Next, I think I want to talk about this brand next. I have 3 palettes from Unearthly. I told you this was a haul video. I mean, I don't know what to say. I think Unearthly was also doing a really great sale because they're moving soon, or they have moved, so they kind of wanted to get rid of product that they had at their warehouse before moving, so they didn't have to move it. So I kind of picked up some palettes that I've had my eye on. The first one being the Don't Be Jelly. I was definitely influenced to purchase this one and the next one from Donna from my new obsessions. I'll have her channel linked down below, but she has both of these palettes and she loved them. I was kind of on the fence about both of them, but with the extra discount and just loving Unearthly's formula, I just picked them up. That's what happens. The other one's the Devour palette. So that one looks like this, a little bit deeper and darker than I normally go for, but I loved her looks with this palette. And I don't know, we'll see what I think. I don't think this was one I necessarily needed to have either. I don't know if I'll get as much use out of it, but I love Unearthly's formula so much. So I decided to also get this one while it was on sale. And then the last one, the one that I really wanted, was the Gargoyle one. This was one that I had on my wish list. I just didn't pick up because it was quite expensive. I think it was $74 original price. And so it kind of just sat there until I could justify it and pick it up. And so I picked this one up while I picked up the other 2 that were a little bit more discounted. I think this was 30% off and the other 2 were 40% off. Full disclosure, I did order the mystery bundle for summer from them. I'm still waiting on that. I sent it to my sister still, but it was a pre-order and it hasn't even shipped yet, so I don't know when I'll receive that. But I did order that, as well as the Shadowed Petal palette, because I had had that on my wish list for a while as well. But, you know, you just can't beat Unearthly's formula. It's really tough because when I'm on the fence about a color story, I tend to just tell myself, well, it's worth it because I love their formula so much. So yes, I did make quite a large Unearthly purchase. Not as big as this next one though. This next one, I think I was feeling sorry for myself that day. I can't remember, but I did some damage with this one. One of my favorite brands of all time, Glaminatrix. So I picked up the Nearly Natural Revamped version. I do own the original. And this is no surprise, I think, to people if you're subscribed and you know me. Like this, I was there was no way I was not going to pick this up. It just wasn't an urgent palette for me. But while I picked this up, I also just kind of went crazy and picked up single shadows from them. And to be clear, I picked up 24 single shadows from them. I can't even like show them all to you, and I'm not going to even swatch them all. I think I might do a short with them. They have different collections, like their Glimmering Creature collection, volume 1, volume 2, and I think I picked up all the collections I didn't have. They're just all really special singles. None of them are mattes. They're all going to be shimmers. This was definitely an impulse purchase, but I purchased 24 of them. So I'll probably do a short with each of the collection so people can see swatches of them, decide if they want to pick them up. I just opted to go for the entire bundle. I semi-regret it because I feel like it wasn't a smart purchasing decision, and I'm really, really trying to be better with my purchasing decisions, but we can only move forward. We can't move backwards. So yeah, there's 24 of these, and I'm not going to open and swatch each one, but just know this was definitely the biggest order monetarily that I had in the past couple of months. I think I actually made this order in June. It wasn't that far away because I knew my mom was going, and I kind of just picked up some things that I had on my wish list. So that's everything that I purchased these last couple of months that I finally got in the month of June. Now we're going to move to part 2, which is my empties. And when I say that this section of the video is short, I mean this section of the video is short because I have one empty, and it's a little mini mascara. So this is the Benefit Their Real Mascara. Yeah, finished this up. It wasn't that hard to do. It's just a little mini, and I've really nothing to say about it. This is the black version. I usually have the brown version of this because I really like the wand in specifically the brown because it gives just like a really natural fluffy look with this type of wand. And so when I really want like to enhance my lashes but not make it too obvious, this mascara is really great. But in the black version, I just want a little bit something more. It's a little bit too much of a light mascara. So I didn't love this. I wouldn't repurchase this, and I'm pretty sure I got this for free anyways. And then the very third part, the purchases that I made for the month of July, is even shorter than my empties because I made no purchases the month of July. Congratulations to me. I think that the purchases that actually came into this month supersede that, which is why I didn't really feel the urge to make any purchases in July, but I'll take small wins. I will take some small wins. I at least feel satisfied with all the things that I have. I definitely have my work cut out for me as far as finishing all these palettes, no pan left behind, adding them to my spreadsheet, and just trying to get some use out of them and hopefully not let them sit in my pile of shame. So I'm going to try and get these used up sooner rather than later. And a year from now, you're not hearing me say that this is the first time that I'm using this palette. Anyways, this is my really quick purchases and empties video, more of a purchase video, but let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think of what I bought. Let me know if there's anything that you want me to prioritize as far as featuring on my channel so that I know and I can use that first. After that though, this is where I'm gonna leave you all. I hope you're having a great one, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.